I love makeup, but sometimes I don't want to look like I have makeup on. Sometimes I want to look like it's my skin, only better, and have people wondering, is that her skin or is that makeup? So today we are doing a no makeup look. So I'm creating this beautiful no makeup look, my version of it, using products that I have been familiar with, have been testing for probably some of them for years, and I love them. I know that they work well, and we're gonna create this beautiful no makeup look. Now I know you're probably saying that's just her makeup without no highlighter and whatever, but no, this is like a my skin only better look. Sometimes that's what you want to look like. You don't want to look like you have makeup on. You just want to look like, is that her skin? Yeah, I like my skin to look fresh, natural, polished. I'm not gonna do a no makeup look and just put concealer on. That's not my version of a no makeup look. Whatever it takes to get my skin to look the way that I'm comfortable with is what I'm gonna do. And sometimes it takes 5 steps, sometimes it takes 10. Sometimes it takes just as long as doing your full glam. But as long as you're happy at the end of the day, that's what we're aiming for. So this is what we came up with. I want to hear your thoughts. Do you think this is a no makeup look or not? I can't wait to hear your thoughts. If you want to see what products I use to create this beautiful no makeup look, then stay tuned for the video. Watch until the end. You're gonna hear my thoughts on these products and why I used what I used. I'll talk to you down in the comments. Let me get started. If this is something that you guys are interested in seeing, then please give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hype the video if you can. I'm gonna start with this Rhode Beauty Highlight Milk in Pink Pearl. I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna put this all over my face, only because I love this and I love the way it gives the skin a lit from within kind of look. So we're gonna take this and put it on our face so that no matter what we do, the glow shines through. Now I know this is pink, but it should be fine, because the only thing it's gonna do is give a glow from within, from under the makeup. You're gonna see it like shining through, so you won't even see that this is pink. That's the new Rhode Beauty Highlighting Milk. So see, it just gives a beautiful glow to the skin. As I do my makeup, you're going to see a glow come through. I'm gonna use this Flawless Pore Prep Primer by Tirtir. This is what it looks like, and that's what we're doing. Now I have oily textured skin, and I always say that. I'm a powder girl, right? I want to powder everything down and put it in place. So I'm gonna try to use the least amount of powder that I can without not putting enough powder where my makeup won't last all day. How I'm gonna counteract that, I'm gonna show you. I like to take primer and put it around my mouth and my nose area because I get oily there, and this is supposed to be pore blurring but also slightly oil controlling. That's what we have going there. And I'm going to put some of this primer on my forehead because sometimes I get really pronounced lines in my forehead, and we don't want that. This skin is going to be me only better. I had a few different options out here. That's why I didn't announce exactly what I'm going to use, because based on how the look is going, I'm going to be pulling different products, but I do have stuff in front of me. I'm going to take Yummy Skin Universal and my Yummy Skin Universal Radiant. Because we're going for a glowy radiant look, I'm going to use the Radiant, but I have both of these. These are really good when it comes to controlling oil, and they also smooth out the skin. These are very long wearing primers from Danessa Myricks, and they really work. Like really work. I'm gonna just put this in every place that I think would become oily over the day. And I usually put a thin layer of this because this can actually dry out your face. If I was using the original one dries your skin out more. This one, because it's radiant, it has a little more of a comfortable feel on the skin. Like, it doesn't completely dry out your face like the original one. And I'm not saying that it dries out your face, but you do feel a more tight feeling. This has something called Ulta in it. And I've worn this in really hot climate for all day wear. Don't put it too close to your under eyes because it will leave a weird dryness under your eyes. And if you have dry under eyes already like I do, you don't want to do that. This has something called Upsolite in it, which I'm not doing a review. I'm just explaining to you why I'm using these products. So this is going to smooth out the skin, plus keep your oil under control while giving you a nice glow to the skin. Even though my skin is oily, I still like a nice lifelike matte kind of look. Not super matte, but lifelike. So far, skin is looking really good. You can take a brush and blend that out if you want to, but I'm just gonna let it sit on the skin for a few seconds. And while I do that, I'm gonna put a little bit of whatever I'm gonna put on my eyes. Because this is a no makeup look, I'm just gonna put a bronzer that is close to my complexion on my eyes. I'm a little nervous about doing a no makeup look because I'm so used to doing like a full beat that, you know, my makeup normally looks like I have makeup on. So today we're doing something different. It's been a minute since I've done this. I think I may have said that already, but I'm like a little nervous. We're gonna take this brush from Smashbox. I'm gonna take this bronzer from Too Faced, the Chocolate Soleil bronzer in the shade Chocolate Lava. Yeah. I'm gonna take this bronzer from the Essence Radiant palette, and I'm just gonna put this shade, which is the bronzer from this palette, up here. Because we wanna be able to set what we have going on here and give it some dimension, but make it look like it's supposed to be like that. It's so funny because this palette, although a lot of these shades are not like, I don't use them for what they are made for, they still work on me. So I like the fact that I can use this bronzer and use it to do my eyeshadow. So we're gonna take this brush and just blend out this eye with the Too Faced Chocolate Lava bronzer. My niece is watching me on my sister's cell phone. She wouldn't let me hang up, so she's watching. She's making sure I'm still here. This is a Smashbox older brush, and we're just gonna put this nice pretty color on the lid and blend it in. Now we're going to use a skin tint on our skin. This is the Danessa Myricks Beauty Yummy Skin Serum Skin Tint. I have it in shade 13. That is what it looks like. We're going to use this all over our face. This gives a nice skin-like appearance. This skin tint doesn't necessarily have to be set if you don't want to set it, and you can also use your fingers to apply it. I don't like applying makeup with my fingers. I want a brush. So we're going to use my favorite brush, which is the Nikki LaRose N17 brush. And I'm just going to take it and dab it in this area. I'm going to put foundation all over my face because that's just me. My skin has so many different tones in it that I want evenness, smoothness, but skin like. Does that make sense? I have not picked this up in a minute, and it's one of my favorite skin tints. I love Danessa Myricks products. It's so good. See how beautiful and skin like that looks? I have a lot of hyperpigmentation under my chin, so hopefully this is going to cover it. If I remember correctly, it does. It has a nice amount of coverage. And you see we only use a little bit. We still have a tiny bit on our hand. I want it to look skin-like, but coverage in the areas that need to be covered. See how you can see a little bit of the pink highlighting milk on the skin? You can see it like peeking through a little bit. We want to cover as much as we can, but not cover up the glow. Put a little teeny bit more of this because I really want to get under that chin, but it's looking good so far. I'm gonna go on the forehead first. You see how this gives a really nice skin-like appearance. Have any of you precious jewels try this? This has been out for quite a few years now, at least 3 years. It's one of my favorite like high-end skin tints. She has, I want to say 20 shades now. I think when she first came out, she only had 13. Now she has 20 shades. It feels like nothing on the skin. I'm going to use my Haus Lab's concealer, because I haven't pulled it out for a minute. It's been a long time since I used this Haus Lab concealer, which it was actually one of my favorite concealers. I have 3 shades. Shade 42, 30, and 40. That's what they look like. I'm not gonna do like super bright under eyes, but I love a bright under eye. So that's more like my skin tone. So we're gonna have some brightness, but not as much as I would normally do. And we're gonna have some coverage. This one I think is shade 42. We want enough concealer to cover up those dark circles under my eyes. And I also like my eye divots to be covered. I notice them because they're on my face. Sometimes people will be like, I don't see nothing, but I do. We're always our own worst critic. Now all of these products are products that I've tested and I love, and that's why we're using them. I'm using shade 40 instead of shade 30. Now we do want dimension in our face, so you want to be able to see dimension ever so slightly. So that means even where the sun hits, we want it to be seen. We want there to be a difference in the way our skin is looking. I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna go here with it, and same thing on this side. This is a very serum like concealer. Take our Angie Hot and Flashy A506 brush and blend. This concealer gives you a beautiful amount of coverage. Look at how the coverage is, and it has a nice kind of glowy finish. It's been a minute since I picked up this concealer too, but it's a really good concealer. Just because you are doing no makeup, it doesn't mean that you're not wearing any makeup. It just means that you're making it look you only better, but not like super glam. Like look at how beautiful the skin is looking. Everything looks so dimensional but beautiful. So this is my other shade of the Rhode Beauty Pocket bronzer that I have. This is the shade. It's actually lighter than the shade Drench that I have. So this is what I would use on a no makeup day, because it's a lighter shade and it's gonna blend in a little bit more natural than, maybe it's not. I thought this shade was lighter. Actually, no. Let me see. I think this one is redder. Okay, so yeah. This one is redder and this one is more browny. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. So see how that looks on the skin? I think it looks gorgeous. You want everything to be like seamless but dimensional, if that makes sense, because you want it to look like it's your face. So depending on how you like your bronzer, if you like it more on the warmer side or more on the neutral side, then that's how you will determine your shade. Because you don't necessarily have to use the same products that I'm using. This is just what I'm using. Now everybody's routine for no makeup is going to be different depending on your skin type, because I know that I'm not a person that could go without powder like that. Even though when you look at my skin right now, it's looking super smooth. The 2 primers that I have on, so it looks really smooth. And what I learned to do was, the Danessa Myricks primer doesn't always give me super smoothness, so if I put a smoothing pore refining primer under her primer, I usually get better results. So far that's looking great. And we didn't even set the under eyes yet, and just look at how beautiful they look. And we definitely have to set our under eyes. Now I'm not one of those people that can set part of the face and leave the rest. I have to set everything because I have oily textured skin, so I'm gonna keep sounding like a parakeet that you have to do what is going to work for your face, whether or not you are doing, you know, no makeup or everyday makeup. You want to make sure that your makeup is set where you're not going to be like, I know I put makeup on today. I want to take this Hard Candy Blur On Lock powder in the shade, I want to say this is Peach, and we're going to use this all over the face. See the shade? Yeah, I love makeup that looks like skin, that doesn't look too makeup-y. This is so close to my skin tone that it won't give too much dimension, but it will set the makeup. And usually if I'm doing like a full glam, I'm using 2 different shades, but today we're just going to use this 1 shade because we want dimension, but we don't want it to look like we overdid our makeup. So you want to try to get like a monotone, like a powder that's going to work for everything, that's close to your skin complexion, it's gonna work. And this powder has 3 different shades in it. It has like a peach, a brown, and like a light colored yellow. Can you see that from the bottom? I don't want to tilt it because I got powder in there. But yeah, so you could use it's like a peachy, a brown, and a yellow. And I do like this powder from Hard Candy. Now this is kind of orange, like really orange. I don't think I wanted it this orange, but that's okay. So I'm gonna do a light dusting of powder on the face because I want it to be set, but I don't want it to be like this looks like really red. That's okay. We're gonna go light with this and just set everything lightly. I set everything that I needed to set, like all of my areas that are like super oily, with a puff, which makes a difference, right? It makes a major, major difference. Now I'm gonna take my powder from CoverGirl True Blend powder in the shade 530, and I'm gonna use this brush. This is an old brush from Morphe E58, and I'm just gonna go around here. Again, like I said, it's not gonna be less makeup. It's just gonna be more closer to my skin tone to make it look like me. And I want to tone down this redness a little bit, so I'm gonna take this shade right here, Sugar Cookie from CoverGirl, and I'm just gonna go under my eyes with it just to give a little teeny amount of brightness. Hi, sweet girl. Hi, mama. I didn't put any blush on my face because we'll put blush on the top because it's gonna be a very natural looking blush. This is super, super red. I'm just trying to tone down some of this red. I'm gonna take the newest spray because I love to do my makeup with this spray. I don't want to do my makeup without this spray. This is gonna melt all the powders together. I can use this bronzer from Essence. It's a light shade. It'll give us a little bit of dimension, so it's not gonna give a lot, but it will show up on the face, and that's what we want. Something that's not gonna do too much. Again, we're going for that my skin but better look. You want people to be like, do you have makeup on? See how that just gives us a little bit of dimension, like a little shape back to the face, but not a lot. This is gonna be skin-like, a natural makeup look. And I love that. I haven't done this in so long. Just something simple. Even though it still takes a lot of steps to get there, but it's just like a fresh face of your makeup. I love a good bronzer to slim out this 3rd or 4th chin that I have down here. Now with a no makeup look, you can definitely put lashes on, but you don't have to. I'm not gonna put lashes on. I'm just gonna put mascara on. Again, we just wanna bring a little bit of shape back to the face. Because once you put like the skin tint on, you want it to, you know, keep as much of a skin-like appearance as possible. But again, everybody's version of no makeup is different. And because I have oily textured skin, I'm gonna keep saying that, because some people are gonna be like, this is too much makeup. It's not too much for me because I know that by the time I'm finished, if I keep this makeup on all day and I'm out all day, my skin is going to still look like this when I come home. Look at that. That looks really good. I'm just going to put a little bit of that powder on my nose down the center. This one that we have on a hand, just to give some brightness back to the nose area. Okay, so I think that we're looking good so far. And look, it looks like my skin. It just looks like I have, I don't know, good skin. I'm gonna take this. You know I need my white liner. This is Quartz Queen. It's not a super white, but it's gonna be bright enough for me. So that's what we're gonna do. We still want to have that doll-like appearance. Hi, beautiful! Look at that. That just woke up everything. I won't put a black in my waterline because I don't like darkness. But so far, the skin looks really, really good. Let's do our mascara. I've been loving this Maybelline Sky Tubes Lash Sensational Sky Tubes. This is a tubing mascara. It just really opens up the eye. See the difference? It definitely makes a difference. I'm gonna put some on the bottom too. I'm not putting anything under eyes, just on the bottom. Okay, so far I'm liking the way we looking. I'm gonna use this blush from Morphe, the Cloud Light blush in the shade Wisp. It's a very, not skin tone, but it's a perfect shade for somebody of a deeper complexion for like an everyday wear. I'm gonna take this brush from Nikki LaRose and I'm just gonna put a little bit here. I'm not gonna put a lot of blush. I want it to look like somebody just gave me a compliment. It was like, oh my god, you're so gorgeous. And this has a nice amount of luminosity, so it's not like super, look at that. That is gorgeous. These blushes sort of remind me of the finish that you get from the MAC Glow Play blushes. Different texture, but the same kind of finish. I think this is looking gorgeous. It's not a lot of blush, but it's just enough. And that's the shade Wisp from Morphe, their new blushes. 3 or 4 different colors. But look at how beautiful that is on the skin. So that's what we want, just something with a little bit of brightness. Now, we're gonna do our lips. And we're gonna be done. On an everyday lip, I like something moisturizing, not necessarily nude. I'm gonna take this Rhode Beauty lip contour in warm brown, and I don't really care if it stays on all night because I'm not gonna have it on that long. Supposedly she made these better. They added more product and they made it where you don't have to have it face down. We're gonna let that dry down. I have a new shade of the Fenty Gloss Balm. I'm gonna put this shade on. This is Lust Bunny. I didn't like these gloss bombs when they first came out, but then I started using the sparkly ones and they tricked me, and now I love them. So this is what the shade looks like. This is gonna be a nice natural looking lip. I love the smell. That is so pretty, and that is the shade Lust Bunny. That is so pretty. It's so natural. Do you see that? It's like gorgeous on my lips, which are very multicolored, but this is gorgeous. Now I'm gonna spray my face with what is becoming one of my favorite setting sprays right now. I just love the look that it gives to the skin. So this Tirtir Mass Fit Makeup Fixer, I just love, first of all, the longevity of the spray, but also the beautiful amount of glow that it gives to the skin. It's just a really beautiful formula. Yeah, it's really a beautiful formula. So good. Okay, my precious jewels, I'm back, and this is what our no makeup look is looking like. Hopefully you like this makeup. You can do your own version of a no makeup look with more steps, less steps. It's whatever you determine your no makeup look. This is mine's. This should be my skin, only better. I'm gonna take this Fenty gloss in the shade Fussy and put this on my lips. I love a good gloss. Let's talk about the primer first. I know I probably said it. I'm gonna be really quick. This is the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Blur and Balm Powder. This Blur and Balm Powder is very long lasting. It blurs out your skin. It keeps your oils at bay. The one that I used today was the Radiant one, just to give a glow to the skin. This one feels a little more comfortable on the skin to me. Oh, okay, so I did use this one. And it's funny because this I had in my pocketbook the day I met Danessa Myricks and I couldn't find it. I keep this in my handbag because on days when I don't have makeup on, I like to put this on just to keep my oils at bay, because if I don't have makeup on my face, my skin gets super oily. So yeah, this is the Danessa Myricks Blur and Balm Universal Radiant. You don't have to wear it with makeup. It also comes in shades, so you don't have to buy Universal. You can get your own shade, and that's the only thing that you need to use on your face. You don't really need another foundation because it comes in shades, so it's like it is a foundation. Okay, so the next thing I used was the primer, which was the Tirtir Flawless Pore Prep Primer. This is really a good primer. I don't know if you guys can see my face. I'm gonna zoom in so you can see how smooth the face looks. It looks really, really smooth. I love this primer. When I first tried it a couple of weeks ago, I fell in love with it because I think that it does exactly what it says it's gonna do, which is smooth out the pore area. I put some around my mouth and also on my forehead. Even though I don't have enlarged pores on my forehead or around my mouth, I do like the fact that it does control the oil. So yeah, love this Tirtir Mask Fit Makeup Fixer. The finish that this setting spray gives is just so beautiful. It just gives the perfect amount of glow, and it's long lasting. Like, it lasts all day. And they also have another one that you can put on top of it to make it waterproof. So like, say you go on vacation, you just take both of the bottles with you and you spray this one on first and then the other one on, let it sit, and then you should be good for the water. Now, I didn't test it yet. I'll be testing it probably next week because I'm going to a water park, so we're gonna see. The Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Serum Skin Tint, I have it in shade 13. I think this is so gorgeous on the skin. It really makes your skin look like your skin, only better. Now, you know, of course, once you add powders, your skin is gonna look a little more matte, but it does help with the blurring of the pores. If you have texture in your cheek area like I do, then a powder on top of this, you're gonna need it. Like, I never go without setting my foundation because I have oily textured skin, and at the end of the day, my face will be like, what? And I'll be looking at it like, what happened? So yeah. The powder that we use the Hard Candy Blur On Lock Setting Powder. I wanna say this is the shade Peach. This is what it looks like. And I think it was gorgeous for what we have going on. It gave just the right amount of dimension and a skin-like finish for like $9. You can't go wrong with this. This is a really nice powder. Now, what I'm going to tell you is my face still feels like it's not set because I didn't put my normal amount of powder on my face. And here feels set because I used the puff. But because I used the brush, it does not feel set. But because we're supposed to be doing a no makeup look, we did not put a lot of powder on the whole face. So I think that's fine. I mean, it didn't come off. If you look at my hand, I touched it, it didn't come off, so it's fine. But I just like my whole face to feel set. I don't want to feel like I have wet spots in my face. That's just me. I did use a bronzer on my eyelids. I used this Too Faced bronzer in the shade Chocolate Lava on my eyes just to give it a little more depth. Like, I didn't want it to be my exact eye color. I wanted it to look like I have a little bit of makeup on. So I think that we accomplished that. This is a really pretty shade. It's like a deep chocolate shade, but it's gorgeous. I didn't use this on my face because I didn't want that much dimension on the skin. I wanted it, again, to look like my skin, only better, not my skin contoured and bronzed. I feel like this was a more natural look, so that's why I used the bronzer from this Essence Radiant Light palette in shade 20, this darker one, because it gave just the perfect amount of dimension to my face and my nose. And I love the formula on this. And then we use the bronzer in shade 10, this in our brow bone area. So it gave us a highlighted look, and I think it looks really gorgeous. And we use the Morphe Cloud Like Soft Glow Diffuse Blush in Wisp. I think this was a perfect shade for every day. I went very light with it because I wanted to have a little bit of glow and dimension to the cheeks, but not so much. And I think this was the perfect shade. So this was Wisp from Morphe. We did use a little bit of this CoverGirl True Blend Skin Enhancer Baked Luminous Finishing Powder. I just wanted to give like a little bit of brightness to the under eye. This is the shade Sugar Cookie. So that's what we have. This is our no makeup look. I hope that I accomplished it. I think I did. There are a lot of steps to no makeup. It's not as simple as people think that it is. It's not just putting on 2 products and calling it a day. You want it to look like you, only better. And to me, like, if I'm gonna put makeup on and I'm not gonna at least smooth out the skin and make it look more uniform, then there's no sense in putting makeup on, because I'm not gonna put concealer and then the rest of my face still looks undone. That's the word I'm gonna use. So yeah. This is the shade Pink Pearl. I feel like when I use this Highlight Milk on my face. It just brings a beautiful amount of glow throughout the makeup. Like, it just looks really, really glowy and lifelike. So you may not really see it because this is the pink shade, and I'm sure it's not shining through as pink on my skin, but it does give a nice amount of brightness and glow to the skin. We did use the Rhode Beauty lip liner, which is very long lasting. I like it. It lasts all day and it gives a really defined line to the lips. This is the Rhode Beauty Lip Contour Stain in the shade Warm Brown. I like this color. It's like perfect for my shade of lips. And we use the Fenty Gloss Balm in Lust Bunny, which is one of her new shades. I think this is a perfect nude lip combo. And then we use Fussy along with it just to give us a little extra glossiness. Not that it added any color, but I think this lip combo is perfect. I just wanted to share that with you guys. So that's what we have going on, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed it, please give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, hype the video, and if you love videos like this, please subscribe to the channel and also hit your notification bell so that you're notified every time I upload a video. Hopefully you guys love this makeup look. If you do, I guess I'll see you in the next video. I can't wait to hear your thoughts. Please leave a comment down below. I love you, my precious jewels. I'll see you in the next video. I'm going to link another video on the screen so you guys can continue watching. Love you.